Hey everybody, good morning. I'm Leon Thomas and you're here for NRG This Week. We're here every Wednesday at 8 a.m. We'll be back for NRG This Week. Here we go. Welcome again to NRG This Week. I'm Leon Thomas, the co-host of NRG This Week. NRG This Week is produced by the Leon Thomas Group. To learn more about us, go to our website, theleonthomasgroup.com. We're here every Wednesday at 8 a.m. Eastern. So if you're in California, it's like 5 o'clock or something. We still haven't figured out what time in Hawaii, but there is a time in Hawaii, and you're allowed to watch NRG This Week, even if you're in Hawaii. Let's bring on NRG President and CEO and the co host of NRG This Week, Mike Weiner. Let's bring Mike on the screen. Hey, Mike, how you doing?
Hey, Leon, I am doing absolutely phenomenal today. How are you, sir?
All is groovy. You know, whenever folks ask me how I am, I'm reminded of a movie from way, way back when, The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. And there was a theme song that Dolly Parton sang, and it said, I'll be fine and dandy. Girl, it's like a hard candy Christmas. And that's all. I was actually tapping my foot as I was singing that, by the way.
Leon, I just heard Simon Cowell say send him on to Hollywood, or was that Ryan Seacrest from
Or was
American
it
Idol? Send that man to Hollywood.
or was it Chuck Barris of the Gong Show? Which one was it?
I will always take the high road with you, my friend. We have a long history, so I would never gong you. I would send you to the red carpet in New York or LA or wherever the hell, and you'd be the next American Idol.
All right, I
You do
hear you.
remind me of Ruben Studdard. Do you remember Ruben Studdard back in the day?
I remember the name, but not. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not remembering him. But the
It
name
was a
sounds familiar.
good looking man, just like you, and he had some ballads that were just, I mean, they were killers. If a guy sang that to a woman, she was going to be his for the night or for longer or whatever. But
Uh,
yeah, you just reminded me of Ruben Studdard. You have to look him up on YouTube later.
all right, I'll be sure. I'll be sure to do that. Yep. So, Mike, tell me some good things, some new things, and some good things that are happening with NRG.
I hope everyone had a great Memorial Day weekend. We're 5 months through the year now, Leon, but we've got a lot of great things going on. Speaker series tomorrow, Thursday, and it's June 1st. Lori Linden, who we had on this show a while back, she's going to be talking about her life, and she goes over to other countries and helps them out. And, there's a lot of issues in a lot of countries, Leon, and she'll be doing that. She's also planning a concert with Norman Wasserman, Disco Donna Summer, a tribute band. That's going to be coming up October 28th. And, I love disco. I'm going to be heavily involved with that. And then this evening, of course, we've got the NRG Experience, which is 7 p.m. Eastern. If you are watching right now and you're like, God, I need to network. My company is crumbling. I'm not growing. My revenues aren't where they should be. I really need more business. Come tonight to the NRG Experience. Meet Michelle Wilson, my vice president. I will be there, and it's just going to be a blast, Leon. So, got a lot going on this week, the week after Memorial Day. Again, I hope everyone had a great holiday, and let's get plugged in for the next 7 months. We've got 7 months to go before we flip the calendar again. Time is flying.
Now, Mike, explain to us what the NRG experience is.
Great question, Leon. So the NRG Experience, new people come to it. They get to hear testimonials from other NRG members. They get to see the culture. We're all about law of attraction. And they get free referrals on the spot. These are people, Leon, we've never met. And they're going to get a sampling of what we do at the regular weekly meetings, which is referrals. So they're going to get 3 referrals on the spot from Michelle, myself, and the team. They're going to get to experience what a real NRG meeting is like, because not all groups are the same. Some groups, you're in them a year or two, maybe you get 1 referral, maybe you don't. At NRG Experience, Leon, you experience NRG, and that's why we call it that. The benefit of coming to that, you're going to get 3 referrals. You're going to get to see the culture of NRG. You're going to fall in love with the family like atmosphere. It is second to none. And, I've been doing this since 2001. So tonight, Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern, definitely come on out and check out the NRG experience.
All right, great. Now, Mike, let me ask you this. If folks want to be a guest on this show, NRG This Week, we try to make it real simple for folks to be a guest on the show, right? They can just
We do.
email you, right? And your email
Yes.
address is Mike at
Yes.
networkreferralgroup.com, or you can email me, contact me through the Leon Thomas Group website, theleonthomasgroup.com, or you can email me, Leon at theleonthomasgroup.com, or they can give you a call or text also, right, Mike? And what's that
Absolutely.
number?
Absolutely. 443 756 9656. 443 756 9656. And, if you haven't been on the show, reach out to me. Leon and I have a long history, and he's a great guy. I appreciate him having me on every week. And we've been doing this, what, Leon, over a year. We have a blast. We've had so many amazing guests. Every once in a while, I'll solo it so you and I get a chance to catch up and touch base and so forth. And I know you've been out to some NRG meetings this week, and I love having you on there. I love edifying you to everybody, and you've got some unique industries you're going after right now. And I love when the team rallies around me to help you. They know our friendship is solid and square. And we've been buddies since Lamar Jackson was probably in diapers. But we have a great time here. And if you haven't been on the show, I think get that football in there somehow, Leon. I always do. Always in the back of my mind
Always
is the
there.
Ravens and the Orioles. It's part of who I am. So you might as well embrace it.
Wow, you figured out a way to do it, and thank you for allowing me to attend the NRG meetings.
Oh my
I've
gosh,
enjoyed it,
my
and
pleasure.
I appreciate your continued support of this show and everything that we do at the Leon Thomas Group. Mike, there's two questions, two subjects that I want to discuss with you today, and both revolve around networking. Okay. So here's
Yeah.
the first one, and I'll kind of set it up in story format to let you know what's happened, and others probably experience the same thing. So you meet someone and you ask them, "What do you do?" Right? What do you do? So if someone asks me, "What do you do?" Like, let's kind of role play, Mike. You go ahead and ask me that simple question, Leon. What do you do?
Hey, Leon Thomas, what do you do?
I run a virtual event podcast and webcast production company, which means that for large scale events where there's someone that's teaching a class or giving a presentation via Zoom, my company's in the background helping to make sure that that works well, all the technology goes smoothly, all the PowerPoints and videos play well. And those that have podcasts, we record, and on webcasts, we provide a virtual environment with cameras and banners and things that run to kind of make it give it a television like feel. That's what I do, right? I kind of
So,
simplified what I do,
yeah.
explained it, right? But here's what I've experienced, particularly the last couple of weeks. I meet folks and I say, well, what do you do? And they say, Our company is the number one solution in marketing and helping to improve the sales of your company. And I go, okay, so what's that mean and how do you do it? Oh, we use a series of online analytics to decide, okay, what do you do? I can't get an understanding, and I can't even water it down to what you do. So, Mike, can you help folks? Give us talk about that some, and then we'll go on to the next one that's been on my mind. Go ahead.
So, Leon, if someone says they're a nuclear scientist doing cybersecurity on the top mountain in Colorado, that's not going to help you out, right?
That
And,
doesn't
that's,
help.
I'm just joking there, but you know, it's important to, we call it an elevator speech. If you met someone in an elevator and you had 60 seconds, what do you do? You've got to be able to tell them explicitly what you do in layman's terms. It can't be over their head. You don't want to use all kinds of fancy acronyms. You want to specific, like just what like Leon did with NRG. We are a networking group designed to help you grow your business by providing weekly referrals and a community that's going to support you everywhere that you go. So, you want to have it really specified on what you do and keep it simple. Keep it easy. It's got to be relatable because you know what? If you're talking in acronyms and you're talking over somebody's head, they're going to just shot. A lot of times they may not even ask you more. They may just say, "Oh, okay," and you start using analytics and metrics. I see that stuff on Major League Baseball Network with Cal Ripken or Billy Ripken, I should say. But you want to keep it simple. You want to keep it easy so that it's relatable. And what you should do is practice that with some of your closest friends. And that way they're going to be honest with you. I would run it by, five different people and see what they say. And when you get to a point where what you're saying is easily understood by all five of those friends, you got it. Otherwise, you're talking over their head. You're not going to be relatable. And even though they may not ask you a question, you've already kind of turned off that mental barometer with them. So you want to be very clear and concise. When I recommend people get on a Zoom, I recommend they ask questions to the other person to find out about them, and then they'll eventually say, "So, Mike, what do you do?"
Mhm. Mhm. Yep. That's a good one there, Mike. It's so important that we can explain to others what we do. I meet people that provide great services and great problem solutions for other companies, but they don't explain well about what they do, and therefore the person they're talking to doesn't have an idea and can't make recommendations to them. They can't make referrals, and they can't even use them themselves. So, Mike, here's
Absolutely.
here's the next one. Here's the next one. Please talk about this some. When you first meet someone and you maybe have an understanding of what they do, and it's time now to set up a meeting to discuss networking, meaning how can I help you, how can you help me. So often that help, as I've understood it and the way that I kind of learned it from you, and maybe I'm going to get an education on it today, and I hope so if I don't get it right, but it's how can I help you? How can you help me? How can we help each other grow our businesses? It's not always about me selling something to the person that I'm talking to, and it's not them selling to me. It's thinking of others that we could help. And I was involved in an introductory meeting last week, and this was not through NRG. This was someone through college athletics who said, "Yeah, I understand, and they named the person, and I said, "Yeah," and they said, "Well, great. He thought I should give you a call. Let me tell you about me and what we do." For the next like 11 or 12 minutes, it was right? And I'm like, okay, so where's the conversation? And that ended with, so is this something you think you would like to have for your company? And I'm like, wait a minute, I thought we were here to network to talk about how we could help each other. So go ahead, Mike, talk about that some, please.
That kind of selling, Leon, was done back in the 80s. Everything today, you really should be a consultant. When I meet with someone, and if you notice it here, when we have a guest on, there's usually three questions that I ask them. The third one is about NRG, but the first two are paramount. I'm like, tell me specifically what you do. What are the benefits? Leon, when I sold copiers, I could say, the feature of the copier is it's 65 copies a minute versus 35 what you had before. The benefit, no one cares about the feature. The benefit is that when you send something from your workstation to the copier, it prints faster. So there's less time standing at the copier. And even if you walk up to it to run copies, it's almost twice as fast. So you have better productivity, better use of time. The speed is a feature. You want to talk benefits. So, if you ever notice, that's usually the first thing that I ask. I try to isolate the highlight of what they're doing so the viewing audience can understand that. The second thing I ask them is, what satisfaction do you get when you help a client? Because if if I don't understand what satisfaction you're getting, if they're like, well, I'm making a lot of money, that's about as um, poor of an answer as you can give. It's not about that. It's about service. It's about helping. It's law of attraction. You serve. Zig Ziglar. You can get anything in life you want if you help enough other people get what they want. But you have to serve unconditionally. You can't expect back. It will happen, but you might refer to Joe and Mary might come back. So, for me, it's very important, Leon, to know what they do, what makes them excited about it, and why they're in the profession. I also like to, as a professional networker, and that is my passion. I like to know, what is working for you and what are your challenges. When that guy was talking to you about college, he should have said things like, well, what things are happening that are plentiful, that are abundance, what are good things, what are some challenges that you have maybe. And I'm not saying I can help you now, but maybe at some point I can, or I can refer somebody that I can help you. Networking is about help. Sales is about just closing the sale. And that, to me, that's like 1985 when Back to the Future was around, with Michael J. Fox. You want to be a servant, you want to be an advisor, you want to help. And to find out what they do, why they do it, find out the backstory there, because stories sell. And selling, you just don't want to sit there and talk. And I think one thing to take away is features versus benefits. I could say NRG's blowing up around the country. That's really a feature. The benefit is that you now can tap into a network nationwide and international and reap the benefits of knowing other people. Feature versus benefit, and then being simplistic, the backstory, and a little bit more. And hopefully that'll help the viewing audience today, Leon.
Mike, before we continue on that vein of conversation, we just had a comment. If I'm going to ask our
Yes.
producer if they would put that back up there. Good afternoon from Iran.
Iran, awesome. That's
So,
great.
our friend Fahad. So, we are truly, folks, if you want to know how widespread the reach of Network Referral Group is, there it is. We have someone in Iran watching live. It is May 31st, Wednesday, May 31st at 8:20 a.m. I don't know what time it is in is it Iran? I don't know what time it is. Would Farhad, would you please put in the comments what time it is there so we'll have some frame of reference there on this. But Mike, I wanted talk about that feature and benefits piece that you just talked about.
Yeah,
When I was in the hotel business, you know that I worked with hotels
sure.
in the business for about 35 years. Um, one of the things that I saw change since my time in hotel business was that of breakfast. I remember when hotels started what was called continental breakfast, and it grew to hot items and so forth. But there were some brands that still, and usually economy brands, that did not have hot items available for breakfast, right? And so, and it's 3:51, by the way.
Three- They're a
Thank you,
couple hours
Fahad.
ahead. Yep,
Thank you.
yep.
3:51. We appreciate that. Thank you so much. And so, now, if we have someone from Hawaii watching, could you let us know what time it is there? And then next week in the show
Please.
intro, I'll mention what time it is in Hawaii. Would you mention that, please? Okay. So Mike, this brand that I worked for, one of the companies I worked for, this brand fell under their umbrella, and they required this brand to have eggs on their breakfast. And so I was doing a sales training class with general managers and directors sales that covered that area. And here's what happened. Someone stood up and said, "Stay with us. We have eggs." And I said, "So what?" And they said, "We have eggs." And I went, "So what? We have eggs." I went, "So what?" I got the whole class doing it. I point at this guy. He go, "We have eggs." And the class would go, "So what?" Right? So we went back and forth on that. And I go, "Tell them why eggs is important." So it's, you can get breakfast here. You don't have to go out and get breakfast. It's more convenient for you. You don't have to spend money on it, right? So you're going to save some money, right? Yeah, it's faster, right? All of those things, right? So anyway, that's what I wanted to talk about. That feature advantages. Hey, Holly, good morning.
Holly
How you
is brand
doing?
new to NRG, Leon. Holly just joined a week ago in Winston. Holly, we need to have you on the show. Welcome. Oh my God, great to see you, Holly. Leon, brand new member, came from another member, John Bennett, who came from another member. But it's great to see Holly here. And Leon, I'll talk with her Friday, and we'll have her on here in the next week or two.
But
Great to
I'm
see
going to
you,
talk
Holly.
to Holly before Friday. See, you're not going to talk to her until Friday, but I'm going to talk to Holly before Friday
Let's have her
because
out.
Holly, send me an email that says hi. See, Holly, I want to talk to you before Mike does on Friday. You got to help me win this Who Can Get the Holly First contest. Okay, Holly, can you help me with this? Go ahead, Holly. I can't see you, but go ahead, nod your head. Yes, yes, yes. You're going to help me with this. Holly, send me an email to Leon at the leonthomasgroup.com, and we're going to set up a time to meet before Friday. Then I'll come to your meeting on Friday, and I'll say, Mike, I got in touch with Holly before you did, although Mike met you first. Okay, so there you go, Mike.
For the viewing audience, Leon's not competitive, is he, or anything? Hey, Holly, I'll be in touch in 30 seconds. She's laughing. Ha.
Oh, let me run over and check my email real quickly here. I'm still looking. Come on, Holly. Come on. What are we doing here? Anyway, there's my phone number too. Send me a text. Let's go. Let's go. We have like a minute and a half left on the show, Holly. Please, let's go. Let's go. So,
Wow, sweet.
so Mike, so we got the NRG experience. That's tonight. And how do folks get involved in that? How do they log in for that?
You know what? Just come to my Zoom. It's 367 333 9689. Again, 367 333 9689. It's all over Facebook, LinkedIn. It's on the website, NRG.online. Leon's got it right there. There's no password. 367 333 9689 is my Zoom. Come check us out, 7 p.m. And Holly, if Leon doesn't get to this morning, come talk to me tonight. So we'll take care of that.
So, Mike, someone logs in, they go to Zoom,
Yes,
zoom.us, right? And it says
yes,
enter meeting number, and that's where
you
you
got it.
put in 367 333 9689. You can join in on the NRG experience. That's tonight at 7 Eastern. Is that correct, Mike?
Yes. Oh,
All right.
Leon, I've got a parting story I want to tell you real
Oh,
fast, 30
okay. Go
seconds or less.
ahead.
We had I said happy birthday to someone on Facebook the other day on Monday, Tuesday, maybe it was even last week. She had looked at an NRG meeting 5 months ago. Timing wasn't right. I said, "Hey, happy birthday." She goes, "Thanks, Mike." I said, "Any big plans?" She said, "No." I said, "Is this a better time for you to jump aboard with NRG?" She goes, "Absolutely." I said, "Do you want me to call you today or tomorrow?" She goes, "Call me tomorrow." I called her. She joined. Say happy birthday to your Facebook friends. You are losing out by not saying happy birthday to Facebook and LinkedIn. Because, Leon, if I didn't reach out to her, she still wouldn't be a member. And that was me taking the extra step. So don't be a schmuck. That's a Jewish term. Don't be, remiss. You've heard schmuck before. Come on, somewhere in Pikesville, you've heard that term. Go and say happy birthday to everybody. There's my learning lesson of the day. Leon, that's lesson number 353. I do have a
Listen,
few lessons. So that was my teaching story of the day, besides feature and benefit. Make
all
sure
right.
you're not selling features. People don't want features, they want benefits, you
All
know?
right. Right on. We got it, Mike. Thank you. Thanks for the education. We appreciate
Sure.
it. Mike, we'll see you next week. We're back here next Wednesday at 8 a.m. Eastern. Looking forward to another insightful, informative, and educational conversation. And we'll have a guest on with us next week. Like you mentioned, we do this from time to time to give us a chance to catch up and kind of banter
Absolutely.
about a lot of things. So, Mike, thanks again. And everyone, we look forward to seeing you next week on NRG This Week. If you're not a member of NRG, you need to be. To learn more about NRG, go to nrg.online. You can contact NRG President and CEO Mike Weiner. His phone number is 443 756 9656, and his email address is mike at networkreferralgroup.com. I'm Leon Thomas with the Leon Thomas Group. To learn more about us, go to our website, our website, theleonthomasgroup.com. Go there and learn more about what we do. This has been another episode of NRG This Week, a production of the Leon Thomas Group. We'll see you next week on NRG This Week. Take care.